Greetings everyone, it's Michael Anastasiadis here, mortgage advisor from Bosanoff Mortgages, Mortgages Made Easy, coming to you live with the analysis of the OCR announcement from the Reserve Bank today. Their Monetary Policy Committee kept the OCR, the official cash rate, at 2.25%, and they were very forceful in stressing that there's no change to the OCR coming until maybe later in the year, or as the data shows that the economy is recovering. They were really strong in their language that they feel that inflation is under control and it's currently within the band, and that it'll get around to 2% pretty smartly from listening to them. So they're quite comfortable to leave the OCR as it is, to be stimulatory, because they were saying that the economy recovery is going to be driven by jobs, by employment, by productivity, and it's not going to be a housing-led recovery, which means they're not looking at price or values of property to increase, so then we feel rich on paper, borrow more from the bank against that increase and go spend money. They're not expecting the economy, the recovery, to be driven by property. It's going to be driven gradually by a change in productivity and as job numbers increase. They are aware that the unemployment rate last month was quite high, but they reckon that's reached their peak and it'll be coming down from here. And as that comes down, as the unemployment rate comes down, I would expect to see that they would start slowly increasing the OCR from where it is now, 2.25, probably to 2.25, sometime maybe around June, and then 2.75 later in the year. Or if things are slow, 2.5 later in the year, 2.75 end of the year, to get it back to that 3% neutral, where it's neither restrictive or stimulatory sometime next year. That's my picking. Their data was suggesting that it would be sometime in the second half of the year that the first OCR would be going up. They did say that they don't expect interest rates that you and I get from the bank to go up in a hurry because of how the banks put up their rates late last year and early into this year. So that was the main highlights. So inflation's under control. As unemployment comes down, because that's the last data they want to see, then I think we'll see them start putting up interest rates, the OCR, but they're not in a hurry to do it at any time soon, and they're just happy to accommodate how things are at the moment because they are seeing the economy recover. They also stress that they don't see house price rising anytime soon. They see it flat to incrementally going up over time, but nothing for them to be worried about. And that was the big takeouts for me from listening to the OCR monetary policy statement press conference that they did today. So what that means for you, if you've got a mortgage coming up for refixing, it probably means that, hey, don't expect to see rates drop anytime. And in fact, at some stage, you can expect them to slowly go back up. But like I said, it's going to be incrementally, either around the middle of the year or later this year and into next year. It's all going to be driven by the data that they get from inflation, employment, and how the economy's going. Anyway, guys, that was the update. If you want to know more, feel free to get in touch. And she spoke very well, the new Reserve Bank governor. She's definitely a lot more professional than the last guy. He was a bit of a maverick, a bit of a cowboy, that guy. But this lady seemed very professional. She knows what she's doing. She's there to keep inflation down, and she makes no apologies for it. So, but at the moment, the OCR remains at 2.25, so it can be stimulatory to help the economy improve, get that productivity going up, and helping with the job numbers. So then at some stage, they can start increasing it. Anyway, if you want to know more, feel free to get in touch. But it looks like the low rates that we had last year are now gone. I wouldn't be surprised if there's not much movement in the current interest rates for the next little while. Gonna sign off, guys. Hope you're well. God bless, and I'll come live tomorrow with a mortgage and interest rate update.